My entrepreneurship, taxes, and debt. Prior to discovering how to manifest, I knew that if I wanted things in my life to change, that I'd have to change things in my life. I just didn't know what required changing or how to do it. So, instead of always partying with my friends, playing video games, and watching TV every day, I picked up books. I studied autobiographies and biographies about every successful individual I could think of. Then I discovered their underlying similar traits and studied those subjects. Subjects like how they solve problems, who they associate with, how they speak and think, what they eat, where they vacation, their spiritual beliefs, and so much more. Of course, I followed through by taking action. I did everything I learned as best as I could. I failed over and over and learned my lessons. I kept going. After working at part-time jobs from age 14 to 17, I ventured into another business. I figured out how to buy car stereos wholesale in downtown Los Angeles, then list them in classifieds and sell them for less than retail. This required obtaining a resale permit and other government permission slips. I did this for about a year or two, only selling 1 or 2 per week. Being the proud American I filed my sole proprietor taxes. 2 years later, I'd received another tax bill from my state claiming that I had to pay many thousands of dollars more because of the average taxes paid by other businesses in my industry. You know, Best Buy, Circuit City, Allen Ed's, etc. Wow. I then started my next business, which was a printed junk mailer that I would mail out to local residents in the cities we sold ads in. Although working 20 hours per day, literally 7 days a week, with staff on a mission, living in the office to work non-stop, that business lost many thousands of dollars. Come tax time, I was forced again to pay many thousands of dollars on this business that lost many thousands of dollars already. Wow. A short while later, I began working commission sales jobs and became very good. Being the proud American I would professionally calculate and file my income taxes, only to find out a couple years later I would still owe many thousands of dollars to the IRS. I called and fought with endless letters, only after their threat to take my car. I met with them to set up my alleged repayment plan of hundreds per month for several years to pay them off. By age 21, I had over $20,000 in credit card debt. Almost all of it went to pay taxes from businesses that made small profits or lost entirely, and/or for personal income taxes. Living on my own, I could no longer afford to pay it, paying for my rent, car, necessities, and the constant, outrageous, increasing cost for diabetic supplies, etc. After going through the incessant collection calls and destruction of credit ratings, I turned my focus on to repairing these credit ratings. I began intense investigation of the FDCPA and FCRP, etc. I launched my campaign barrage of a letter per day, having already learned about bulk mail from the previous venture, to each creditor, debt collector, and reporting agency, exclaiming, "I've never heard of XYZ debt collector, nor do I have a contract with you." I became so aggressive, I'd have 100 letters written, printed, autographed, stuffed in envelopes, stamped for each of them, dated 1 day apart, and would mail out a batch per day. Within 2 years, excellent credit was restored. I soon began to realize there sure is a lot of red tape to become successful in this land of the free. Freedom is never given. It is won. A. Philip Randolph.